Hello, dear students. Let us continue our chapter. We are going to do the topic of methods of separation. We are continuing the topic. In our last class, we learnt about the four methods of separation, that is, handpicking, churning, threshing, and winnowing. In today's class, we shall learn about sieving, sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. First, let us learn about sieving. Children, have you seen your mother removing bran and other particles from flour? They separate the coarse bran from the flour with the help of the sieve. This technique helps us using a sieve. What is sieve? It is the process to separate the solid component of different size in the mixture is known as sieving. Just like you can see in the picture, sieving. They shake their hands and take out the flour, and some solid particles will remain in that sieve. Okay, students? Sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. First, we shall learn what is sedimentation. Before I say what is sedimentation, I will narrate you a small story. There was a boy named Jack. Jack filled a beaker with muddy water and left it undisturbed for some time. After some time, he was surprised to see the beaker. Let us also look to find the reason of this surprise. The beaker had clear water. Mud being heavy had settled bottom of the beaker, while the water formed the upper layer. This process of disposing of mud at the bottom of the beaker is known as sedimentation. In water, he filled the mud. The mud, after some time, the water is clear and the mud is settled down. So, the process of disposition of mud at the bottom beaker is called as sedimentation, and the layer of mud at the bottom of the water is known as sediment. You can see the brown colors right in the picture, that is mud, and whatever the mud is settled down, that is known as sediment. So this is the process of sedimentation. The next one is decantation. Jack separated the upper layer of the water from the mixture by gently pouring the clear water into another beaker without disturbing the sediment. This process, by which the clear liquid obtained after sedimentation is transferred into another container without disturbing the settled particles, is known as decantation. The next one is filtration. Children, after preparing the tea, this tea stall over uses a tea strainer. The tea passes through the holes of the tea strainer, leaving behind the tea leaves in it. This process of separation is known as filtration. Filtration, however, cannot remove the solid substance dissolved in the liquid. Sometimes the fine particles of the solid components pass through the strainers, and and is used as medium for filtration. In such situation, filter paper is used. A filter paper is a special paper which has millions of tons in holes in the paper, while the liquid will pass through the holes. The solid particles remains on the filter paper and the liquid that passes through the filter paper is known as filtrate. Some particles that are left behind the filter paper is called as residue. I hope you all have understood what is sieving, sedimentation and decantation. Let us continue this chapter in our next session. Thank you, class. Enjoy learning.